Oh boy. This is the morning after the night of the orange juice skank. If you don't know what that means, you're not subscribed to my other channel, are you? Chad? Yes, you are. I know Chad is. Chad knows what I'm talking about, the orange juice skank. But if you don't know, you should be checking out my other channel, Danny D. That's where I do most of my other bullshit. With a dashboard video thrown in once in a while. It's something I think is particularly interesting. But that's not what you're here for, is it? You're here for what is it? DJ Dashcam. Can't even remember the name of my own channel. Hey, look at that. Just in time for the yellow light again. Oh, look, and I saved this woman and her dog. So we're going to continue with the Mad Music Hours for a while. Maybe I'll get back to some regular music next week. Today we're going to hear episode 7, which I think is like a couple episodes after the one we heard yesterday, because episode 6, yesterday we heard 5, today we're hearing 7, because 6 was the Thanksgiving show, and it's not Thanksgiving yet. It's only the first day of October. Don't rush me. Seems like when you hit October, the rest of the year just slips away. Before you know it, it's Halloween. Before you know it, it's Thanksgiving. Before you know it, it's Christmas. Before you know it, it's New Year's. And wait a minute, it's 2020. So we're going to savor the last 3 months, starting with the Mad Music show about food. Hey, wasn't that clever? I just thought that right now. I think I'm going to go straight home today. Was supposed to keep the tank full, and these people are in a hurry. Assholes. Look at me, I got to that red light before you. He didn't like that very much. I know you're pretty hungry. I hope you got a nice big appetite, because here comes a bunch of songs about food. Take it away, Captain Wayne.
And welcome everyone to episode 7 of the Mad Music Hour for December the 3rd, 2005. A 3-part podcast of mad music and silly stuff brought to you each week on themadmusicarchive.com. I'm your host, Captain Wayne.
You should call me Captain, not Doctor.
Aye, aye. And butthead.
This week, the Food Show. Our first song was requested by Bob Villa in Sasebo, Japan. Weird Al.
Go to the store, carry some money.
just drive by and you're watching those tough chicks and grooving that boss chops on top 40 radio and scarping down that hot food. And you're going to do the cheese boogie deluxe. And the cheese boogie deluxe is easy to do. It's simple as it is. So anybody can do it. All you got to do the cheese boogie deluxe in the parking lot of the drive-in is just shake your buds. We're going down to the drive-in in my white socks and tubs. We're going down to the drive-in in my white socks and tubs. We're going to stand in the parking lot and do the cheese boogie deluxe. That's right. I'll have a beef macaroni shack, a beef cheese grizzly, a burger chef, a Burger King, a Dairy Queen sizzle, White Castle, wet sun, swim whistle down, big bar, Whataburger, old Joe stew, gonna put on my tubs, do the cheese boogie deluxe. Right. I'll try the hammer bowl, clear roll, the tasty freeze on the doggy deer, Broadway Joe's double cheese, Jerry's burger, Clock burger, Red Barnes bun, British burger, Frankenburger, don't forget the little one, on your tubs, and the cheese boogie deluxe. Right. I'll try the Hardy Husky in and out of Burger King Whopper, Bread and Bread's Milky Way, Tom Scott on top, and there's Nathan's A&W and all the Joe's, Burger and Shake, give it 9 Cheetos, and all your tubs, and the cheese boogie deluxe. By the Usick Music Company. Now, the Usick Music Company, the house band for 5 years at the Children of Charlie's in Anchorage, Alaska during the mid-1970s. The members included the legendary Mr. White Keys of Mr. White Keys and the Spam Tones. They're the ones that did that rather irreverent The Liar Sleeps Tonight that got a lot of documented playtime during the last election. Before that, of course, Spam by Weird Al Yankovic.
What's cooking, Doc?
Next, a song that's usually called the Pink Burrito Song. It's really called Get a Load of This by Art Crumb and the Cheap Suit Serenaders. like a ding-dong, bring me down to my knees. Bring a load of RC Cola, TV dinner, a plate of Twinkies, and it takes a pink burrito for to keep me clean. Girlfriend split, she ain't like no other. Lets me spend all day in front of that 24-inch color. Brings a load of RC Cola, a TV dinner, a plate of Twinkies, and takes a pink burrito for to keep me clean. Only one thing makes me jump up and holler. TV breaks down during bowling for dollars. Get a load of RC Cola, TV dinner, plate of Twinkies, and takes a pink burrito for to keep me clean. Oh yeah, French fries.
Where's my burrito?
Baby, I wanna stew your tomato. Baby, I wanna French fry your potato. Baby, won't you love my grapes? Won't you peel my banana like a pack of wild eggs? I'm your food innuendo guy. Your food innuendo guy. Baby, you got money to belly. Baby, can you see my rock is swelling? Oh, baby, I wanna taste your watercress. I wanna spend my salary sitting on the back of your dress. I'm your food innuendo guy. Your food innuendo guy. Oh, what will it take? Don't go so soon. That's my carrot cake. And my cream of mushroom, oh baby, my jalapeno red hot now. Baby, I wanna stop all the carrot you got. I'm your food innuendo guy. Food innuendo guy. Baby, bite my zucchini if you wanna. I'll give you fresh fruit salad. I don't get it from no can. Don't bring me days are over. I'm your cucumber man. I'm your food innuendo guy. Food innuendo.
That was Adam Sandler and Food Innuendo Guy. That could have definitely been a contender on our Double Entendre show 2 weeks ago.
I could have had class. I could have been a contender.
Before that, Get a Load of This by Art Crumb. And next, The Kingsmen, Jolly Green Giant.
In the valley of the Jolly, he's so big and clean. Artichoke hearts. Baby hits you with the can of beans. He lives down in his valley. The sprouting cats is tall and green. He ain't no prize and there's no limit in size. And
I'm the kind of guy that works hard for his salary, and I don't mind telling you I was feeling a bit bloated. But I didn't care at all, because otherwise things were fine. I try never to be asparagus, and I don't sweat the truffles. I'm outstanding in my field, and I know that something good will turn up eventually. A bunch of things were going great, and soon I'd be top banana. At least that's my feeling. But that's enough corn. Lend me your ear, and let us continue. After dressing, I stopped to the grading station. I got there just in time because the 911 as it plowed toward the core of Appleton, a little more than a mile and a half east of Cleveland. I got off at Cotto. I hailed a passing yellow cab and told the driver to cart me off to Brooklyn. I was going to meet my brother across from the eggplant where he had a job at the saffron station pumping gas. As soon as I saw his face, I knew he was in a yam. He told me his wife had been raising cane. Her name was Peaches, a soiled but radishing beauty with huge gourds. My brother had always been a chestnut, but I could never figure out why she picked him. He was a skinny little strange being who'd always suffered from cerebral parsley. It was in our roots. Sure, we had tried to weed it out, but the problem still remained. He was used to having a tough road at home, but it irritated me to see Artie choke, and it bothered my brother to see his marriage go to seed. Finally, Peaches had given him an ultimatum. She said, I'm hip to your jive, and if you don't stop smoking that herb, I'm going to leave you for basil, you fruit. He said he didn't realize it had come quite so far. On the other hand, even though Peaches could be the pits, I knew she'd never cause the fuzz. That's a very nice place. That's a single flower alfalfa my life. When we got there, I pulled up a cherry and tried to poke him small talk. I told him I hadn't seen Olive, not since I'd shelled out for a trip to macadamia. When I told her we'd cantaloupe, the time just wasn't right. She knew what I meant. When we left, the mushrooms were pretty well juiced. I told Artie to say hello to the boysenberry and that I'd orange to see him another time. Well, it all came out in the morning peppers. Artie caught Peaches that night with basil, and Artie beat basil bad, leaving him with 2 beautiful acres. Peaches, she was found in the garden. She'd been... Well, my little story is over now. Maybe it's small potatoes. Me, Idaho. My name? Wheat. My friends call me Colonel. And that's life in the small lane. Thank you so much. It's a garden out there.
Kippadonna, Life in the Slaw Lane. Before that, of course, Jolly Green Giant by the Kingsmen, requested by David Moyer in Norristown, PA. Now, the Kingsmen were formed in Portland, Oregon in 1959. As young teenagers, they played high school parties, teen dances, supermarket openings, and fashion shows. That song, The Jolly Green Giant, was released in 1964 and made it to number 4 on the pop charts and number 25 on the R&B charts. Well, that's it for segment 1. We'll be back with segment 2 right after this.
We're Consolidated International, and we might be looking for you. Are you one of those people who show up, punch in, pitch in, put out, clean up, punch out, head home, throw up, turn in, sack out, and shut up? That's what we need. People we can keep in line. We may have a place for you. Consolidated International. People making things so people have things to do things to other people with. And thinking of more things to do with the stuff we have.
Welcome back to segment 2 of this week's food show. Next up, Rick Dees and his cast of idiots. He ate too many jelly donuts.
Donuts.
Thank you very much. This is Elvis. The song we're recording live here in my house is Wasteland here in Memphis, Tennessee. Jelly donuts. Jelly donuts. A jelly donuts. Hold on a second.
Elvis, this is the telephone company. I have your bill here. When can we expect payment, buddy?
From the telephone company, I'm supposed to be recording my song live here. Put the bill over there on the table. Put it on the table. Put the bill over there. Thank you. I gotta record my song here. Jelly donuts. I'm gonna put the bill.
Hold on now. I'm Priscilla's lawyer here from Ketchup and Cheatham Attorneys. You got 3 months back due and your alimony payments. Now when can we expect payment here, buddy?
I understand. I know karate, jiu-jitsu, and 12 other Japanese words. I'm gonna... I can smell them donuts coming from the kitchen. I don't care. I gotta have my jelly donuts. Give me some of them donuts.
Here, Elvis, we trying to record a song here at your house. Get away from them jelly donuts. Watch out, he's gonna pop!
Rick Dees was raised in Greensboro, North Carolina, and earned a degree in TV, radio, and motion pictures from the University of North Carolina. When challenged by a fellow student to audition for a radio show, Dees accepted, won the job, and has been on the air ever since. As host of Rick Dees' weekly Top 40, Dees is heard on over 400 stations across the country and 70 countries worldwide. Of course, I remember him when he did his stints in LA, including the Rick Dees Morning Show on KIIS, or KISS FM, in Los Angeles. That was back in 1982. And of course, Elvis did turn out to be quite a big guy. I wonder if he was a junk food junkie. Here's Larry Gross.
You know I love that organic cooking. I always ask for more. And they call me Mr. Natural, on down to the health food store. I only eat good sea salt, white sugar don't touch my lips. And my friends is always begging me to take them on macrobiotic trips. Yes, they are. Oh, but night I take out my strong box that I keep under lock and key, and I take it off to my closet where nobody else can see. I open that door so slowly, take a peek up north and south. Then I pull out a Hostess Twinkie and I pop it in my mouth. Yeah, in the daytime I'm Mr. Natural, just as healthy as I can be. But at night I'm a junk food junkie. Good Lord, have pity on me. Well, at lunchtime you can always find me at the Whole Earth Vitamin Bar, just sucking on my plain white yogurt from my hand-thrown pottery jar, and sipping a little hand-pressed cider with a carrot stick for dessert, and wiping my face in a natural way on the sleeve of my peasant shirt. Oh yeah. Ah, but when that clock strikes midnight and I'm all by myself, I work at combination on my secret hideaway shelf, and I pull out some Fritos corn chips, Dr. Pepper, and a old moon pie. Then I sit back in glorious expectation of a genuine junk food high. In the daytime, I'm Mr. Natural. Oh yeah, in the daytime I'm Mr. Natural, just as healthy as I can be. Oh, but at night I'm a junk food junkie. Good Lord, have pity on me. Alright. My friends down at the commune, they think I'm pretty neat. Oh, I don't know nothing about arts and crafts, but I give them all something to eat. I'm a friend to old Yule Gibbons, and I only eat homegrown spice. I got a John Keats autographed Grecian urn filled up with my brown rice. Yes, I do. Oh, folks, but lately I have been spotted with a Big Mac on my breath, stumbling into a Colonel Sanders with a face as white as death. I'm afraid someday they'll find me just stretched out on my bed, with a handful of Pringles potato chips and a ding-dong by my head. In the daytime I'm Mr. Natural, just as healthy as I can be. But at night I'm a junk food junkie. Good Lord, have pity on me.
Junk Food Junkie by Larry Gross. The singer-songwriter Larry Gross has recorded over 20 albums covering a wide range of musical styles since the 1970s, and recorded that one, Junk Food Junkie, in 1976. Now, since 1984, he has hosted and co-produced a radio show called Mountain Stage, a program with performing artists recorded live in front of an audience. And from Peter Chuck in East Rutherford, New Jersey, here's the Ballad of the Big Buffet.
I saw the sign out on the street, $5.99, all you can eat. It's now my favorite place to stay, and it's called the Big Buffet. Beef and beans, cheesecake and stew, a salad bar and wet cheese too. There's fish and pie and ham and pork. I wish that I had a bigger fork. Put chicken wings up on my plate. The food they serve is really great. You'll see me here most every day. I am one with the Big Buffet. I got my plate filled up just fine, but I'm just halfway through the line. I need room to hold some more. I need a plate with a second floor. Put chicken wings upon my plate. My chores at home will have to wait. I'm like a cow hip deep in hay. I'll chew my cud at the Big Buffet. At the table my wife waits, surrounded by my empty plates. She brought an Afghan to crochet, 'cause she knows we'll be here all day. No chicken wings up on my plate. I guess that I have met my fate. I'll have to eat at home today, for I've been banned from the big buffet. They kicked me out of the big buffet.
The Ballad of the Big Buffet by Milo Hatzenbuehler. He's a fourth-generation fictional farm boy who lives with his fictional wife and a fictional family on a fictional farm, as described on his website, farmboymusic.com. And that comes from the album, To All the Cows I Have Loved Before.
Great gods of Gorgonzola!
Now this next piece, Noisy Eater by Jerry Lewis, is one of those records that they put out to help teach kids some manners, especially at the dinner table. Let's give it a listen.
Hey, did you ever know a noisy eater? Once upon a time, I was a noisy eater. I was oh so very, very rude and oh so noisy when I ate my food. Fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle food. Much too noisy when I ate my food. One day, I was eating my dinner, and my mother said to me,
Son.
Yes, Mama?
Son, can't you please be a little quieter when you're eating?
I'm sorry, Mama. But I kept right on making noises, and my other table manners were just as bad. Whenever I wanted something, instead of waiting patiently for it to be passed as the other children did, I would reach clear across the table for it. I want some more butter. No matter, I'll get it myself. I want some more meat. No matter, I'll get it myself. When I drank my soup, instead of drinking it politely as the other children did, I would gulp it from the bowl. And the soup would dribble down my chin onto my shirt and slop onto the rug. It was more than Mama and Papa could stand. So finally they called me to them.
Son, your father and I have decided that you are a good boy, but we cannot stand your bad manners any longer. We have decided that you must leave this house and not return until you have learned to eat properly.
All right, Mama and Papa. So I went upstairs and packed my toothbrush and my nightgown and my jackknife and my frog and a few other odds and ends and started down the road. Well, I walked for a long time, and my suitcase was so heavy I could hardly drag it along. It was beginning to get dark, so I went up to a house on the edge of town and knocked.
Hello, little boy. What's the matter? Are you lost?
I'm tired. I'm hungry.
Well, come on in. Stay as long as you want to. You're just in time for dinner.
So I went into the house feeling kind of scared, and the nice lady's husband carried my suitcase upstairs for me, and pretty soon we all sat down at the dining room table for dinner.
Well, for dinner tonight, we're going to have beef steak and corn on the cob.
Oh, goody. As soon as the nice lady set dinner on the table, I began to eat. That's good. Oh, boy. Now, where's the gravy? No matter. Stop, I tell you.
noisy eater. So I'm afraid you can't stay here after all. We've changed our mind.
Her husband went right up the stairs, got my suitcase, and I was soon trudging along the road again in the darkness. Well, the same thing happened again, and it happened many more times, and I had about decided that no one would ever love me. But one night I stopped at a house where a great big fat man and a skinny wife lived. They were sitting down to dinner when something quite unexpected happened. The fat man said,
Say, I hope you won't mind, little boy, but my wife and I are kind of noisy when we eat.
Mine? Why, of course not.
In fact, we're the noisiest eaters in the world. Hey, Maria, where's the salt? No matter. Hey, listen to us drink soup. Come on, Maria, let's show the boy. What's the matter, boy? Aren't you eating too?
I couldn't believe my ears. No wonder people couldn't stand my noisy eating. Now I could hear what it sounded like. It was terrible. I got up from the table, grabbed my suitcase, and without even saying goodbye, I left the house and went hurrying toward home. I ran as fast as I could, and when I got there, I told my parents I wasn't going to be a noisy eater any longer, and I proved it to them. And they were so pleased they gave me a present.
Son, to show you how pleased we are, we have decided to give you a $5 bill. Take it and buy anything you want.
And what do you suppose I bought? Well, we'll put it this way. If someone gave you a $5 bill, what would you buy? Tell me. Well, now, isn't that strange? Because that's exactly what I bought, too. I was oh so very, very good and oh so quiet when I ate my food.
Like scrap molasses and the wheat germ bread makes you live so long you wish you were dead. You add some yogurt and you'll be well fed. The black scrap molasses and the wheat germ bread.
My grandpa's older than the old gray man. He sits a-rocking in his rocking chair. But now he's got a smile that he can't lose. Grandma's sitting in baby's shoes.
From eating black scrap molasses and the wheat germ bread makes you live so long you wish you were dead. You add some yogurt and you'll be well fed with the black scrap molasses and the wheat germ bread.
I gave up cherry pie and T-bone steak, chicken fricassee and ice cream cake. I don't need vitamins or pills at all. I even mix it with my haddock.
I mean, black scrap molasses and the wheat germ bread makes you live so long you wish you were dead. You add some yogurt and you'll be well fed with the black scrap molasses and the wheat germ bread.
My nerves were jumpy and I'd walk the floor. I never got to sleep till after 4. But since I'm eating right, I feel okay. I'm sleeping every night and half the day
from eating black scrap molasses and the wheat germ bread. From eating makes you live so long you wish you were dead. From eating you add some yogurt and you'll be well fed. From eating the black scrap molasses and the wheat germ bread.
Inka-dinka-dinka-dinka-dinka-doo. Now I was thinner than a pencil line, had no muscles and I had no spine. But now I'm friskier than a pup. All you have to do is prop me up. Just feed me
black scrap molasses and the wheat germ bread. Makes you live so long you wish you were dead. You add some yogurt and you'll be well fed with black scrap molasses and the wheat germ bread.
I know a fella who is 92.
Doctors told the guy that he was through.
But now that the doctor has been proven wrong,
he's got more a hop in him than hop along.
From eating black scrap molasses and the wheat germ bread Makes you live so long you wish you were dead. You add some yogurt and you'll be well fed with the blackstrap molasses and the wheat germ bread.
Fattening.
That last one was Blackstrap Molasses, and it featured Groucho Marx, Danny Kaye, Jimmy Durante, and Ella Fitzgerald. We played that for Carl Chip in Hemet, California. Well, that's the end of segment 2. We'll be back with segment 3 right after this commercial.
There's just one place to go for all your spatula needs. Spatula City! Spatula City! A giant warehouse of spatulas for every occasion. Thousands to choose from in every shape, size, and color. And because we eliminate the middleman, we can sell all our spatulas factory direct to you. Where do you go when you want to buy name brand spatulas at a fraction of retail cost? Spatula City! Spatula City! And this weekend only, take advantage of our special liquidation sale. Buy 9 spatulas, get the 10th one for just 1 penny. Don't forget, they make great Christmas presents.
And what better way to say I love you than with a gift of a spatula?
Spatula City!
Well, this is Cy Greenland, president of Spatula City. I like their spatulas so much, I bought the company.
Spatula City! 7 locations. We're in the yellow pages under spatulas.
My, where did you get that lovely spatula?
Spatula City, we sell spatulas, and that's all.
Oh, I know I said I wasn't going to go get gas, but we got here faster than I thought. And there's still another segment, so that's a good 15 to 20 minutes. So I decided, since I had the extra time, might as well keep it full. Isn't that right, Chad? Yes, that's right, Danny D. We're going right here. All right, Chad, count me down to getting some gas.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep, time to get gas. Thank you, Chad. Gas went up another 3 cents since yesterday. Damn it. brand new pumps. No paper in them for a receipt. You have to take my word for it. It was $19. Paying a little less than I did yesterday, even though gas went up 3 cents. It's now $3.76. Where are you going, woman? Where are you going? Okay, go that way. Alright, now we got a full belly for the car. We can go on to our third and final course of the Mad Music Hour. Don't you like the way that works out?
And we're back with segment 3 of this week's food show. Now, sometimes you eat the food, and sometimes the food eats you.
Eat me! Eat me!
For Bill Habig in Los Alamitos, California, Shel Silverstein.
Well, now I buy a boa constrictor, a boa constrictor, a boa constrictor. I'm being eaten by a boa constrictor and I don't like it one bit. What do you know? It's nibbling my toe. Oh gee, it's up to my knee. Oh fiddle, it's up to my middle. Oh heck, it's up to my neck. Oh dread, it's
Los Angeles, California. That was I Love Onions by Susan Christie. It's one of my favorite kazoo songs. I Love Onions was written by David Cochran and John Hill and recorded by Susan Christie. It was released on a 45 RPM single with Take Me As You Find Me as the flip side. The song entered the pop singles chart on June 1st, 1966, and peaked as number 63 on July 23rd of the same year.
Boy, did I eat that onion already?
I Love Onions was reissued in 1993 on a CD entitled Golden Goofers, a collection of 40s, 50s, and 60s novelty tunes that was part of Time Life's Your Hit Parade series. Speaking of onions, here's Syntax Error.
Every year a strange affliction hits me in the spring. I don't know why, but it makes me feel like an onion ring. Now I don't want to jump and shout, don't want to dance and sing. I just want to know what makes me feel like an onion ring. Am I crazy?
No.
Am I insane? Am I the victim of evildoers out to destroy me?
Could be.
Something I just can't describe, it keep right feeling, I guess. But ever since it hit me, I have been a nervous mess. I rack my brain, trying my best to remember everything. But I can't figure out what makes me feel like an onion ring. Am I crazy?
Maybe.
Am I insane?
Perhaps.
Am I the victim of evildoers out to destroy me?
Probably.
I hate it when this happens, man. It's always such a pain. It always goes away, but not until it makes me insane. About the time I get back to normal, well, sure enough, it's spring. Then it comes back again, makes me feel like an onion ring. Am I crazy?
Yes.
Am I insane?
Yeah.
Am I the victim of evildoers out to destroy me?
Definitely.
I thought so.
My name is Vadim. I'm an onion.
A double cheeseburger, onion rings, and a large orange drink, please. Did you get my order? A double cheeseburger, onion rings, and a large orange drink. No, I want a cheeseburger, a double cheeseburger, onion rings, and a large orange drink. Shut up! A double cheeseburger! Say it! Double cheeseburger! Double cheeseburger! Right! Onion rings! Say it! Onion rings! Onion rings! And a large orange drink! Drink, say it, drink! I want a double cheeseburger, onion ring, and a large orange drink!
You know why Americans call it fast food? Because it speeds them on the way to the grave.
Stevens and Grindick, Fast Food. That was for Randy Ripley in Blaine, Minnesota, and Carl Chip in Hammond, California. And now something that's a little hard to understand, but if you're my age, you'll remember this one. Bill Cosby.
5627, take one.
Get some red drink and a bag of stringing and some rolls and lay them wait for the summertime. And when it comes, just pick it.
on, Hanky Bird. Hanky Bird, Hanky Bird. Hanky Bird. Hanky Bird. And then away we go. Get that tree string right there. And then they get some, them rubbers. Get a pound of rubbers. Pound of rubbers is doing all for you. And lay it under with some dragons and some rope. Get them out there all the morning time and roll them up. And lay them on the ground and jump on them. And then wipe them out and get ready to say, hey, you bird. 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 Bill Cosby is best known as a comedian, but he's also a jazz musician. He used jazz in all of his television shows and often had famous jazz musicians on the show as well. Quincy Jones wrote the music for many of Bill Cosby's shows, and this recording was made in a recording studio from a jam session that happened to be taped. Hanky Bird was the result of Bill Cosby's jamming with the musicians on a funky groove. The jam produced that song, which was the theme for Cosby's television series, The Bill Cosby Show. Well, that brings us up to our top three. And now the third most requested song for this week, Monty Python.
Spam, baked beans, spam, 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 and spam. Spam, 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 spam. Baked beans are off. Well, could I have her spam instead of the baked beans then? You mean spam, 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 Lovely spam, wonderful spam, lovely spam, wonderful spam.
Monty Python and Spam. Of course, you know what Spam really is.
Silent Green.
Silent Green Ball!
The most requested song of the week, also by Monty Python.
Hello, Mr. Alton. You are so controller of Wizard Chocolate Company. I am Superintendent Parrot now from the 8. I want to have a word with you about your box of chocolates entitled the Wizard Quality Assortment. Oh, yes. If I may begin at the beginning. First, there is the cherry fondue. This is extremely... I can't prosecute you for that. Agreed. Next, we have number 4, Crunchy Frog. Oh, yes. Am I right in thinking there's a real frog in here? Yes, a little one. What sort of frog? A dead frog. Is it cooked? No. What, a raw frog? Oh, we use only the finest baby frogs, dew-picked and flown from Iraq, cleansed in finest quality spring water, lightly killed and then sealed in a succulent Swiss quintuple smooth full cream treble milk chocolate envelope, and lovingly frosted with glucose. That's as maybe it's still a frog. What else? Well, did you even take the bones out? If we took the bones out, it wouldn't be crunchy, would it? Superintendent Parrot ate one of those. Will you excuse me for a moment? It says crunchy frog quite clearly. We have to protect the public. They won't expect there to be a real frog in the chocolate. Superintendent thought it was an almond whirl. They're bound to think it's some form of mock frog. Mock frog? We don't use artificial flavourings or additives of any kind. Nevertheless, I advise you in future to replace the words crunchy frog with the legend crunchy, raw, unboned, real dead frog if you want to avoid prosecution. What about our sales? I'm not interested in your sales. I have to protect the general public. Now, how about this one? Ram's Bladder Cup. It was Ram's Bladder Cup, Superintendent?
Yeah. Excuse me.
What kind of confection is this? Oh, we use only the choicest juicy chunks of fresh Cornish ram's bladder, emptied, steamed, flavoured with sesame seeds, whipped into a fondue, and garnished with lark's vomit. Lark's vomit? Correct. It don't say nothing about lark's vomit on the box. It says it on the bottom of the box after monosodium glutamate. Well, I hardly think this is good enough. I think it would be more appropriate if the box bore a large red label, warning, lark's vomit. Sales would plummet. Well, why don't you move into more conventional areas of confectionery, like praline and lime cream, a very popular flavour I'm led to understand, or strawberry delight. I mean, look at this one. Cockroach cluster. Anthrax ripple. What's this? Spring surprise. That's our speciality. Covered with dark, smooth chocolate. When you pop it into your mouth, steel bolts spring out and plunge straight through both cheeks. Well, where's the pleasure in that? If people place a nice chocky in their mouth, they don't want their cheeks pierced. In any case, this is an inadequate description of the sweetmeat. I shall have to ask you to accompany me at the station. It's a fair cop.
If members of the public would only take a bit more care when they're buying sweeties, they would reduce the number of man-hours lost to the nation and spend less time having their stomachs pumped and sitting around in public.
The Trade Description Act, otherwise known as Crunchy Frog by Monty Python. That brings us up to our #1 most requested song for this week. And if you've got any food laying around...
You ain't got any loose food laying around the game using, has you, Mrs. Lady?
then you know what you should do. Eat it. And that was our #1 song of the week, Eat It by Weird Al Yankovic. Be sure to email Wayne at themadmusicarchive.com with your requests, and we'll be happy to play whatever we can. Well, that's it for this week's show. I'll be back with another hour of mad music and silly stuff next week, with a few requests and the beginning of our Christmas shows. Until then, this is Captain Wayne reminding you to visit themadmusicarchive.com, where you can find out how to contact the artists we played this week, where you can purchase your own copies of their works, and how to request songs and skits for the show. The show is copyright 2005, themadmusicarchive.com, a member of ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC, all rights reserved. See you next week.
We made it. Are you full? Me too. Sorry, we didn't have room for dessert. How was that, Chad? They even talked about beans at one point. Yep. Baked beans were off. Because they make you fart too much. Fart, fart, fart. Stink, stank, stunk. Phew, phew, phew. Whiff it, whiff it, whiff it. Fan it, fan it, fan it. You ate too much, now you got gas. Go take some Alka-Seltzer. What is it? When you got heartburn, upset stomach, indigestion, diarrhea, something like that. Because you ate too much. Ooh, ooh. You'll awake with tummy ache. No, that's about candy. You can eat too much candy, too. And get a tummy ache. What am I talking about? I don't know. Just waiting for the clock to change. There we go. Like a nice even number. 7:55. Can't even make a joke about that number. How about upside down? Does it still say 7:55 upside down? Wait, where is it? Now I lost it. Huh. I'll have to check that out. Alright, enough playing around. I gotta go. What do I gotta go do? I gotta go feed my cats some food. Ha ha! Ties it all up nicely. Bye! Deuces. Peace out. Peace tea out. IBC root beer out. Click.